and welcome to another episode of Worst Collection Ever. This is the show where we tell you about the worst comic book collection in existence, and it just happens to belong to us. I'm Jen.
And I am Shawn.
Hello, Shawn.
Oh, hi. And Spectre is my name. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is a podcast where we talk about our comic book collection with crass sincerity, our collection that is falling apart at the seams, literally.
Yeah.
If we're talking about
this book's not doing so great.
No, it's not. It's 1987, so yeah. I mean,
yeah,
it's quite old.
I'd say any of us who remember 1987 aren't doing great.
I am also falling apart at the seams.
Yeah,
if we're being honest.
Right.
Trying to think of anything else that was going on. We went to go see wrestling this week.
We sure did. Went to see AEW.
I haven't watched it in a minute, but I keep up on it, and it was a lot of fun.
We were sitting kind of close, and so close that when the pyro went off, it was like, oh my god, it's hot.
That's crazy because
which is nuts.
I've been to shows where the pyro goes off and we're not anywhere near it, and you still feel it.
Yeah, it's a little bit nuts.
It gets really warm.
It does, right? I'm like, why?
But
I mean, obviously, because fire.
Fire
is
yes.
hot.
The fire is hot, and if you sit near it, it feels warm.
It sure does. But I didn't realize we were going to be sitting that close to it that it went off, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, yeah. But let's see. I was trying to think. Maybe some of the highlights. Toni Storm, of course. She's awesome.
Oh yeah, she's so much fun.
She's just
she's a crazy person, and I love that.
Fabulous.
She's just so good.
And it's actually a really fun. It's really cool because she was in WWE, and she had a lot of success in like NXT UK. She was a pretty prominent part of that promotion, part of the company, and extremely talented. But she left WWE. She didn't get released. She left. She got. They did a thing with her where I think it was like Charlotte threw a bunch of cake at her.
Like behind the scenes?
No, like on TV.
Oh, okay.
Like, and this is when Mr. Man was still around, so
well,
we're throwing cake at women any chance we get.
Sure, why not?
And she ended up, leaving the company. She was like, I don't like this. I'm leaving. I want to go.
Yeah, this isn't my shit.
She was, and they seemed more than glad to let her go. Which is crazy. Well, not so much crazy then,
right?
Because AEW, and I think if this was like couple years later that she would have did it, she would have it would have been a struggle because the WWE doesn't want just stars, or any wrestlers going to AEW
do anything,
to do anything with that, even if they're not using them.
Right.
But yeah, so she ended up in AEW and totally reinvented herself as this like 1930s movie star harlot,
which is hilariously funny because she didn't when she first started, she wasn't that.
Well, she was always just like, I'm a rock and roll chick.
Yeah,
my mom went to concerts.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm rock and roll, da-da-da-da, which is fine, but that was her thing. And that's what she was at the very beginning in AEW.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she comes out with this weird fucking 1930s, aging diva character actress, and it's amazing.
Well, because she commits
so funny.
She commits to every bit of it.
She does. She just really leads into it, and it was so funny. She was doing commentary once, and I still laugh at this every single time. Where she's talking to Taz.
Yeah,
the Taz is the human suplex machine, and somebody's like, well, he's the human suplex machine. And she was like, oh, the human duplex machine. We should talk real estate. It was just so fucking funny that she said that. Oh, it was great.
She said she'll say some of the filthiest things. She calls them just these very they're filthy things to say, but they're not swearing, and she's just, it's just so good. I love her.
Yeah, she's great.
I was glad to see her. I was glad to see
MJF.
I'm
always happy to see MJF.
He's awesome. He's just the most heel.
Oh my god. And I told you, when we were there, I'm like, MJF has the best job in wrestling. He comes out and he talks. That's all he does.
He doesn't wrestle very much.
No.
He
doesn't have to. He comes out and he just does a promo and he yells at people and he gets all mad about stuff. And that is MJF's fucking job.
I mean, he's basically Roddy Piper.
Is that what Roddy Piper did?
Roddy Piper, I mean, was known for his talking. I mean, he was a very good very good wrestler.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Not saying MJF's not a good wrestler,
No,
just he doesn't wrestle very often.
He does the wrestling very well, but his talking is what really sticks out. Like, it's, you know, if you're putting that in like a ranking, like he's 10 of 10.
Right.
And Roddy Piper was like the same way, where, you know, you could do face and heel, and he could just go out there and just talk up a storm, and you're enraptured by him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe when he got older, he was more of like, you know, like, I'm the icon, or whatever. He would just say a bunch of stuff, and he just sound like a doddering old man.
Right.
But I mean, but MJF is like, I think
he's young.
He might even not. I don't know if he's 30 yet.
I don't think he is. He's really young.
He's really young, and
which good for him.
Which is also kind of concurrent with Piper, because Piper started wrestling when he was really young. It was really like he started out like in
just really good.
Well, really good in the sense like he was in like the LA territory and like San Francisco, like California, and he just drew so much heat.
Yeah,
like he was just because he would just go in on being like super.
Being a heel,
but but back then he was kind of racist.
Well,
kind of would say some things to
a lot of things.
People, but
back then, a lot of things were fucking racist.
Oh yeah. Well, when we were watching, I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But MJF was great. Brody King, the big bruiser.
Yeah, that was great.
Seeing
Brody King.
Brody King's awesome. And they had a real cool big brawl match throughout the arena.
That was fun.
Nihal Madness, which is it's kind of like a mini version of the things they do that are the stampedes, they call them, where they just wrestle around the arena and stuff like that. But this one was pretty much just confined to in the main. The
main little area.
The main area.
It was
still wild.
There was a vacuum cleaner that came out that it got exploded. And
why did they?
I don't know, because then it was everywhere.
I get using it, but then there's just actual dirt.
There was literal dirt just flying in the air, and I was like, oh man,
everywhere. It's like. I'm like, dude, this isn't good.
I'm like, I don't want to breathe this in, you guys. I'm like trying to breathe through my freaking sweater.
And it's funny because they got dudes coming out with like blowers and
with literal leaf blowers. I was like,
why don't you just set the place on fire while you're at it?
I mean, shit,
that's your problem.
Oh Lord.
But I had a good time. There's a lot.
It was fun.
There's a lot of fun to be had with AEW.
Yeah, we had a good time.
And then actually, because it just reminded me, we watched this documentary recently. So because you brought this to my attention, and I thought this was like a thing, like a special like ongoing series of like movies throughout the years.
Sure,
but it's just about 1975.
It's called Breakdown 1975, and it's on Netflix. When I first saw it, I just thought it was about the year 1975 in America. I did not realize until I started watching it that it was about the movies from 1975. And that's when I stopped it. And I told Shawn, and I was like, we need to watch this together.
I'm glad we did. Yeah.
Yeah. And really interesting. Like so many movies that we need to see.
Well, yeah, so many movies we have seen too. Like they talked about Network, which
Conversation.
That's kind of the Conversation. Those are good movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to. A movie I need to see now is a Towering Inferno.
Oh my God, you have it on VHS.
I have it on VHS. I bought it for like $2 at like the archive. Yeah, and I was just like, well, whatever. I want to get to, because I mean, back in the 70s, they used to do disaster movies, but when they did disaster movies, it was like we're throwing people.
Oh,
people are we're not CGI. We're just setting shit on fire.
Yep,
and we're hoping nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
And like they're watching they're showing clips from the Towering Inferno, and it's just dummies on fire falling out of actual giant building. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're talking like Alan Rickman falling off the Nakatomi Plaza kind of dummy.
Somebody fell into a crash pad for that, which is amazing. And I remember hearing about, obviously it came up before we were born, but I remember hearing about the Towering Inferno because my mother would bring it up all the time. She would bring up that movie as a movie she would never watch again.
I can understand that.
Because it just scared her so much.
Well, I mean...
And you know what? Yeah. I don't blame her. I saw all those people falling out windows. I was like, Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I need to. I was like, man, we gotta see that.
Yeah, we got to watch the Towering Inferno.
And
That sounds like a good
I bet
time.
it's 70s as fuck. So like everything is just
brown.
hardcore and brown and on fire.
Yeah.
Man, it was wild.
In a world where there's often 60 plus years of history to worry about, how can you quickly get into a new comic character or franchise? If you're like me, then you turn to video games. But how well does that work out? In some cases, pretty well. In others, it's a giant disaster. But how can you know which games will set you on the right path and which games will just leave you more confused than you were before? Play Comics is the show for you. I'm Chris, and each episode we take a look at video games based on comic properties and how well they stick to that source material. So listen in and get the scoop on which games are worth your time over at playcomics.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Unfortunately, not as good a time is the Spectre, the book we are reading today.
Okay. Yes.
Kind of a bummer.
Because it's the towering inferno of comic books because it's falling apart.
You know what?
Almost on fire.
But that would have been interesting.
Actually, I would enjoy if the Spectre fell from a giant building.
You know
Actually,
what?
Probably, I mean, he'd be fine, but
Jim Corrigan could fall from a giant building.
and the Spectre would be like, "Fuck."
Well, apparently the Spectre would come help him because
I guess I don't know.
we're going to talk about that because we see this in this book and okay. Let's just go with that. Okay.
Yeah. So the Spectre the Spectre Volume 2, number 6 from September 1987. Doug Munch, Gene Colan and Steve Mitchell artists. Doug Munch is the writer. And it's the title is called Murder of My Mystery, which wasn't that the previous title?
Mystery of My Murder was the other one. And now it's just switched around.
Oh, I got a problem with that.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was dumb.
It is dumb.
I still think it's dumb.
So we pick up where we left off with Jim Corrigan getting clipped by a train.
Because we stopped with him in the subway because there's like subway workers dying and red mist.
Right. There's been red mist, yeah.
And he is going in here with his friend Kimmy to figure out what is going on. And so he is getting clipped by a subway.
Yeah.
And we wake up with him just like laying. I don't really even know where he is.
I know. It's confusing because I feel like a lot of what we're seeing ahead before any of this might not actually be real.
Well, a lot of this is not real. I think that's what's difficult to get a handle on this because there's no indication that it wouldn't be.
Right.
Until later.
But he's fucking around in what he determines to be some sort of Stygia or hell, subterranean hell.
Yeah, uh-huh.
He also at this point just body checked his friend Kimmy into
he shoved, which was very funny. He shoves this woman just so hard, like into a hole. I don't even know what he should, like a cave.
Yeah, he's lucky that was there.
Yeah, right. And so she's gone, but then he wakes up, and instead of just being laying beside the track, which is where I thought he was, he wakes up in a closed cavern.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second here because we jumped real quick to the police station because we're catching up with the procedural end of this.
Oh, that's right. There is a procedural end of this.
Yeah, it's like a Saw movie. You know, you have.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It is like a Saw movie.
Oh, Jim Corrigan, you do not appreciate making out with your secretary, so now you have to get hit by a train.
Right.
We're catching up with this. What's this guy's name? Quarrel?
Yeah, he was the guy from the last issue.
Yeah, Lieutenant Quarrel, Pete or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to figure out, like, okay, well, Jim Corrigan's back. I gotta take this cover off. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's falling apart.
Well, that's what happens when you buy all your shit out of dollar boxes.
The curse.
As we do.
The struggle is real.
We have no ability to ensure that.
Yeah.
That this is good.
This is a 0.5 grade.
Yeah, I was going to say. This is not getting slabbed.
No, it is not.
Nope.
So basically this cop is trying to figure out, it's like, okay, so Jim is back, but Jim went away, and how's he funding himself?
Right.
And he wants these police reports, but...
Why did he call me asking for... He called last issue, he called this guy and asked him for like his last 6 months of case reports because he's trying to figure out how the last case he worked on led to his murder.
Well, we get this this quarrel. He's walking down the hall,
Yes.
and one of the
This is
fellow cops
insane.
goes, "Yo, Pete, how they hanging?"
How they hate now, I am not a man. Is this something that men ask each other on a fairly regular basis?
You might have gotten it a few times. It might. You know, you never know. It depends on who you're talking to.
Mm.
You know, if you're talking to like a funny old man or
A funny old man.
Yeah, you know, if you're talking to a jokester. I'm only joking. What are the higher testicles are doing?
Is it how they hanging or how it's hanging?
Well, usually
how's it hanging?
So usually it's how it's
How it hanging?
Usually it's just how it's hanging. It's just kind of you
You're
don't
just like to the left, to like.
I mean, well, that's usually the response. Is usually somebody will be like, "Yo, man, how's it hanging?" You're like, "Ah, a little bit to the left." You know, usually that's the response. But this was just very specific because he's
how
like,
they hang.
so he's like, "Yo, I gotta find out about his balls."
Yeah, well, I don't.
Or something. I'm assuming
I don't know how.
we're talking testicles.
Well, I assume that's what they means. So unless this guy has 2 dicks and everybody knows, like,
oh, it's PD Two Dicks.
yeah, hey, here comes PD 2 dicks. How they hanging? Like, I don't know.
Hey, you wanna solve some crimes with one of those dicks?
I love that his name is PD 2 dicks. He works for the Irish mob. That's PD 2 dicks.
Look,
and you got to go talk to him if you want to clear up your gambling debts.
Look, if James Gunn's gonna do something for anybody, for me
specifically,
he could bring PD Two Dicks into the DCEU. As I don't know, he could be like a friend of Jimmy Olsen or something.
Yeah,
be like,
sure.
I gotta talk to PD Two Dicks, and Clark's just like, what?
Yeah.
But you don't see him, but you know he's real.
Well, you know he's real. Or he just hangs out with Bimbo, like, down at the docks.
Oh, you know he's
And he's like, if you really want to know the answer to that question, Lois, you got to go find PD Two Dicks.
Dude, PD Two Dicks, Bibbo, and Captain Strong.
Oh, all 3 together.
They're all... And Billy, for Christ's sakes. Billy is...
I think Billy's probably grown up at this time, and my guess is he is a drunk.
Yeah, Billy definitely crashed hard as soon as he hit 18.
Oh, you
or
know
even
it.
before that too. Because
Oh.
Bibbo was like, "Hey kid, you want to drink a beer?" And he's like, "But I'm a child." And he's like, "Good."
Yeah, you're a child with no supervision and parents who don't care.
Yeah, that's right.
Guess what happens when you're...
This ain't soda.
No, it's not.
Anyway, so PD Two Dicks
PD Two Dicks.
goes and he's looking for this file, and he realizes it's gone because if you remember previously in the previous issue, the Spectre did clerical work, so he has those files.
Right.
Those files are gone. Because,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, all right, well, I'm still trying to figure this out. And then we go back, and now with Jim, and he's like, oh man, I'm waking up here, and I'm in some room, and he's calling out, and he hears Kimmy.
Yeah.
His secretary.
And he's like, "Oh, don't worry." A secretary who he has been making out with.
They had a sesh. They had
he bumped into her.
He nice
bumped into her bumpers.
He had a double.
Yeah.
And and then he finds her again in this dark room, and immediately they start making out.
Yeah.
We were pressed together, clinging, touching, and probing, as if to assure each other of our mutual existence, the need extending to our mouths, our tongues.
Now,
I could crawl through her skin.
Well, that's the thing. He's like, I wanted to get in so close that it was basically in her skin. We wanted to wear each other's skin. And he's talking about how he can't believe how aroused he is.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
we're talking boners, man.
So are they fucking?
Well, I think
do they fuck?
I don't know. I think we're getting erotic again. Second,
are we just talking hand stuff, or are they actually fucking?
I think we're hitting another double, maybe round trying to get to third.
You don't think they're fucking?
I don't think so.
Kind of sounds like they are, because it says they take a long while.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? They fuck. Let's put it that way. Yeah, if it's a while if we're doing this for more than a couple minutes, we're going downtown.
Yeah, going to Pound Town.
Going to Pound Town. So much sex in these Spectre books.
I had absolutely no idea that there would be this much fucking in a Spectre book. But so he finishes fucking this woman, and then he's finds his lighter.
Well, he's like, hey, where's the flashlight, Kimmy?
Yeah,
and
she's
she's like, I don't got no flashlight, lover.
And he's like, wait, that's not her voice. So he like pulls out his lighter, which he keeps out of habit, he says. And this is what I thought was very weird, because he's like, there's nothing in this hole with me except a rat. And I was like, so were you
Yeah, what were you doing?
Were you kissing the rat? Like,
like what were you groping?
He wants to know that too. Like, what was I groping? Because she's not there.
Was I copping a feel on some rocks? Like
something?
I don't know.
Because then like Kimmy somehow digs through to where he is, and he's like, but Kimmy, you were just in here with me. We were having like hardcore makeout / maybe sex, I'm not sure. How did you get there? And she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So he's like, uh-oh.
Also,
what was I touching?
I want to point out that because the Spectre, okay, so for a few things here. Jim, he has a bunch of battle damage on his face.
Yeah.
And it looks like bacon, or just like it looks weird.
It does.
The way that it's drawn, it doesn't look like
a
good representation of like a wound.
It's supposed to be blood, apparently, but it doesn't look that way.
No,
I thought it was red because there's a lot of red mist going on in here.
Yeah, I figured that could be.
I thought it was red mist.
Yeah.
And it is not.
So, but he finds Kimmy, and then they're in this room with all this treasure. Looks like a bunch of museum treasure.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, I don't know, how do we get out of here? It looks like there's a vase in here. It looks like the one that I was stuffed in. There's a jade cat. There's this, there's that. And he's recollecting the situation with Crisis.
Yeah.
That he dealt with, where he was running through the red rain, and he was following somebody with a gun, and he fell through this hole. And then Kimmy turns into this Gina girl, Gina Belmont, who's dead. But it was the chick who like went to kiss him at the end of his life. Yeah.
And the red mist came out.
She barfed the mist into him.
But she's dead because her house fell into a sinkhole. Now Kimmy is Gina. And he's like, what?
And then Gina turns into, we'll just call this character, because he doesn't really have a name.
Yeah, I don't know who this is.
So
I know it's supposed to be the guy he was chasing, but
he turns into this demon. So because apparently as we'll get to it, he's a demon, or he's the representation of the red mist or the red chaos,
right,
from Crisis, which is kind of a big deal. Because that shit was going on like everywhere.
I think he just needed to find a host. I think that's what happened.
Right.
Here.
And so, but he ends up finding a host in this guy that Gina wanted him to find.
Right. Her boyfriend.
Yeah. And he's very concerned because he's like, what had I touched? Because this demon's all gooey.
He's like,
he's got a bunch of red tendrils coming out.
It's upsetting. I could understand that he'd be a little bit upset after making out.
It's kind of like
having sex with.
It's like Jack Torrance in the Shining, like going to room 237 and being like, "Oh no, what did I do?
Yeah, what have I done?" Making out with his old dead ghost. I guess.
I passed by this one room and Phantom Stranger was blowing a guy in a bear suit.
Yeah. I mean, Phantom Stranger does show up later on in this book, so it's possible.
But yes, so he's about to get tendrilled or whatever.
Sure.
And the Spectre's like, haha, I'm here. I'm in your body, and you just get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to deal with this monster, ghost, or whatever. And he's like, what about Kimmy? He's like, don't worry about her.
She's fine.
And she's fine. And so he
gets to like the train platform, and he's like, oh my God, Kimmy, you're fine. Because she's standing there, and she's like, what are you talking about? You told me to take the train and meet you at this platform with a flashlight. That's exactly what I did. So when he shoved, Kimmy never came.
Kimmy was never there.
She was never there.
He told her to get a flashlight. He
shoved, we don't know, a ghost of some sort.
Yeah.
In to a crevice.
He was feeling up a bunch of ghosts.
Yeah. He thought he was feeling up Kimmy, but he wasn't.
Yeah. And so Spectre's fighting this monster and.
Yeah, because this is what's weird. Like, this is what I didn't understand. Because he was like, you're actually a dude demon.
Yeah, he's a dude demon.
And so I was like, okay, so I was getting the impression that this woman never existed. this
No,
Gina.
she did.
But that's the thing. Then she did, but it's really kind of confusing.
It is confusing. But
for a while, you're like, oh, so she didn't exist. Oh, wait, no, she actually did.
And she was with this guy.
Yeah.
Who wasn't the guy who was goes under a different name. The Zendaya, his last name was like Eric. Was it Eric Zendaya?
Yeah, something like that.
But he's really Enrique Armas.
Because Jim Corrigan didn't have a gun when he died because he was under investigation for a shooting.
But the demon here, I'm just calling him a demon.
Yeah,
he's explaining, he's like, yeah, I was the Red Crisis, Red Chaos or whatever.
That's why the sky was red during Crisis, I guess.
Yeah, that's all my fault. And
I'm here to continue wreaking havoc by feeding off the hate in New York City.
He's very focused on the hate. He says a bunch of things later that are pretty funny just out of context.
Yeah.
But he's like, all right, I want to get a context. I want to get a top of a bunch of skyscrapers.
Yeah.
And
this will be cool.
It'll be cool. And Spectre's like, nope, don't do that.
Yeah. Spectre also becomes like elongated man because his arms get all huge.
Yeah, no, we're getting there.
And I was like, wait, I didn't know Spectre could do that.
Spectre could do a lot of things.
Oh, apparently.
But we're up on the surface with Kimmy and Spectre, Corrigan, and he's like, yeah, look, I love that. I was really into that chick, and she's like,
I don't understand this.
Yeah, she's mad at him
because apparently he had already told Kimmy this, but ghost Kimmy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know why he feels it necessary to tell Kimmy at all that, oh, hey, before I met you, I loved somebody else. And you're like, I mean, yeah, man. Probably.
But all she knows thus far is that they've had a few things, done a few things together.
Yeah.
And made out in a stairwell, and
exactly. And he's like, oh, but I just want you to know that I will try to love you the way I love this woman. And I'm like, okay, but you guys are just starting out. You're adults. Of course you have had other relationships. You don't need to tell her about this.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he felt the need to do this.
Yeah.
And she, of course, is like, all right, weirdo. And then he's like, oh, that was probably a bad idea. And I'm like, yeah, you think?
I don't know. Well, I don't like, we're having, it's going to be an awkward ride home.
Oh, you know it. Very quiet subway ride.
Spectre's like, hey, Red Chaos, you murdered a bunch of people and I have to avenge those murders.
That is what I do.
And he's like, haha, well, I'm going to run away and I'm going to start pulling on these foundations of this building.
Yeah.
And Spectre, this is when he gets all stretchy.
Mm-hmm. Which is very funny. Because I was like, I didn't know he could be a stretchy guy.
The building is
666.
666.
I think that's six. There are actual 666 buildings in New York City.
I believe it, yeah.
One of the places I used to work, like closest to there was like the headquarters, and it was 666.
Yeah, so he's straining, and Spectre could change size. I mean, he's a ghost. He can do a lot of things.
Yeah, I just didn't realize he would be a stretchy guy.
But he's a very stretchy guy here. It's very, him and his outfit.
He's very elongated man. He's very plastic man. Yeah. Which I hate stretchy guys.
Yeah, I know. I figured you wouldn't like this.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. Is this where we're back at the office where Spectre's like, not Spectre, Jim Corrigan is like, I have to read my files?
Yeah.
So, and this is also weird because he has a beard in some panels, and then in other panels he does not have a beard.
Oh yeah, you're right. He grew a beard for like one panel.
Yeah, and then like 3 pages later he has it again, but it's gone for the rest.
Because it's been like over a day apparently.
No, but I mean, like, this is not a day's worth.
But this
is a beard.
Yeah, it's a quality beard.
This is like an Oscar Isaac growing it for like 2 months beard.
Yeah, right.
Like, this is a nice beard.
But he's recalling about the time when he met Gina Belmont, and Gina Belmont's like, "Hey, I need you to find Eric Zendaya. Here's his picture. He looks like a boiled Lex Luthor." Which is already, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And but it turns out like he kind of just. It turns out Eric Zendaya never existed, but he was using it was an alias being used by Enrique Almas.
For the guy who is the guy that's Jim Corrigan shot.
Yeah, and so he starts recalling this whole situation. I think we kind of see some titties here.
We totally do.
Some shadow titties.
And this, again, we go to something that doesn't make any sense because obviously they just had sex. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but she's real.
No, I know that. That's not where I'm going with this. Obviously, she had sex. They just had sex. Like, he's putting his clothes back
I
on.
just had sex.
She's got her titties out.
Mhm.
They just fucked, okay? But when we are introduced to it, when Madame Xanadu is talking about her, she says, I opened my mouth because all I wanted to do was kiss him, and the red mist came out. And I'm like, I'm gonna guess you already kissed him.
They had a few sessions beforehand before the mist showed up.
Well, that's my guess. Like, maybe
She's
she
like, I got
wasn't
something to tell you. Burp.
right. Maybe she wasn't always infected by the mist.
She was always, I think she was always under the influence because she's she's a partner of this guy who's been stealing stuff from the stuff we saw.
Right.
And she's
his girlfriend.
She's his girlfriend. She's trying to get like a piece of it, you know,
Okay.
because she's like, hey, if you find this guy, I need to find this guy, but she wants to find him so she can get some money.
Sure.
But yeah, he recalls that he was chasing after this chick or this Enrique guy. There was a shooting at what Jim calls it, and I wonder if this is an actual thing. He calls it a good bar.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So there's the movie Looking for Mr. Goodbar
Oh, okay.
from the 70s.
Uh-huh.
And it's about, Diane Keaton dating in the, New York or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He calls it a good bar here on it's a good bar on Madison where he killed a high-priced hooker shooting his way out.
Mm-hmm.
This Armstead.
Was this a specific type of bar?
Yeah, is that what they called it? Is that why that movie's called Mr. Goodbar? It's not after the candy? Or is the candy named after, swinger bars?
Is that what they
Or
are?
hooker bars? I don't know, or places where you can, you might score?
That's a really good question. I don't know that. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard. I kind of was trying to. When I first read that, and I was like, I'm trying to put that together because I've never heard that outside of the candy.
Of course, yeah.
And the movie.
Right.
I've never seen it. So, but yeah, that's where the Spectre or Jim Corrigan encountered this guy, and he shot his way out, and he's chasing him down the street, and it's crisis, so it's raining red.
Yep.
And then red lightning just shoots down and fries this dude.
Okay, so this is the other thing that doesn't make any sense here, because it is obvious that Jim Corrigan does not kill this man. This man is struck by lightning, and he is basically, that is when the red chaos energy infects this guy, right?
Yeah.
But then later on, Jim's like, well, I killed him. And I'm like, no, you didn't.
No, it was
he got struck by lightning. So you didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, you should know the difference, man.
But apparently he doesn't, because he continues to say in this book that he killed this guy.
Yeah. Oh, here's the beard again slightly.
See?
Man. But Jim Corrigan's sitting there and he's like, I was searching for a dead man, but a man I had, not only a dead man, but a man I had killed. And Kimmy's in there and she's like, hey, you want some coffee? And he's like, well,
no, I'm going.
I gotta go because
I gotta get coffee.
Well, also the Spectre, I need to reintegrate with him because of the 24-hour rule.
Yeah, apparently. Now, is this something that is just for this book, or is it all the time?
I think it just started with this book, but I think that eventually that changes. I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
It kind of difficult if it didn't change.
Yeah, it's not like it's like a negative man thing. Spectre's always a character that interests me.
Yeah,
because he looks cool.
Uh-huh.
And he does cool shit, but there's a lot of weird shit going on that varies in levels of interest to me.
Sure.
He's like, Kimmy's like, where are you going? He's like, I'm going to get some coffee. He's like, I'm holding coffee right here, asshole.
Right.
And
then Madame Xanadu just talks to her out of nowhere. There's just one panel of Madame Xanadu.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't worry about it, Kimmy. Because if this really is a glamour, Madame Xanadu is talking to herself?
I guess so.
All right, well, sure.
Yeah. But yeah, he goes down back into the subway. He's like, I gotta find the Spectre. I knew from experience he didn't care for being stood up. He calls him an impatient ectoplasm. Way we're back in here. There's a ghost train, which apparently is filled with a bunch of people that the Red Chaos has shoved stuff into.
Yeah, he's feeding off their hate, is what he says.
I am looking something here. There's a poster on this wall here.
What, in the drawing?
In the corner here.
Okay.
I think it says Chopping Mall.
Wait, let me see.
Here, look at this.
I can't
read the very top because it's not written perfectly, but I think it says Chopping Mall. Maybe. So is that like an ad for Chopping Mall? It's 1987.
It definitely says mall. I don't know if it's for Chopping Mall or just a mall.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's just say it's Chopping Mall.
Yes.
Let's just say whoever drew this is a humongous fan of the movie Chopping Mall.
As they should be.
As they should be.
Yes.
Waitress, more butter.
I just imagining, like now I want to cast Chopping Mall with the DC characters.
Oh man, who would be Waitress, more butter guy?
Oh,
who's fat enough?
I don't know who's fat. Yeah, who's fat in DC?
That's the problem. I'm like, if this were Marvel, it could be the Blob.
Yeah, who's the big fat guy that we all like to pick on?
Yeah. I don't know if there's
for some reason the first person that came to my mind was Oberon.
Is he? I guess maybe.
Just a little squat dude and be like, wait for more butter.
Yeah, maybe that. I guess.
Yeah, I like that. We'll have to think about this.
We will have to think about this.
So, speaking of malls, a lot of people really enjoyed our discourse on malls.
Space Mall?
Space Mall.
Oh, well, we were talking about Spaceball today. There's more to Spaceball.
I didn't realize Spaceball was so expansive.
It's very expansive. Also, there's a whole thing about parking at Space Mall.
Oh, really?
That is a problem.
Is it like a Seinfeld thing where they're just walking around looking for their thing? And Clark's holding a really big box.
If you don't get your parking validated in the mall, you get sold to some race for their next war.
Why do you need? But Superman doesn't need to like.
Superman doesn't, but Wonder Woman flew her jet up there, so she's got to park it.
She's like flying, trying to park it. And she's just like, "Oh, I think that's a spot. Damn it, it's not. It's just a motorcycle."
That's pretty much it. She's like talking to Clark, and she's like, "Oh, I have to park the jet," and he's like, "Well, see you in 4 hours."
That's funny.
It is very funny.
So we're back down in the the subway. The Spectre is he's still doing the Stretchy deal, and this Red Cast is like, "I've just been strengthened by hundreds, Spectre, by a whole trainload of hateful meat."
Yes, I thought that was funny when he called them meat.
Yeah, because that train, it's like the midnight meat train. Like remember that Clive Barker movie?
Yes, I do.
I watched that. Yeah, it's what was it? Vinnie Jones and what's his face? Bradley Cooper.
Oh, okay.
Bradley Cooper plays like the main dude.
All right, meat.
Yeah, so he finds Gina and he's like, "Hang on, what are you doing here? You're alive." And kind of recaps what we were just talking about, how she was. He's realizing that he's like, "Hey, you weren't in love with me. You just wanted me to find this guy so you can like get the money for this deal. And then, you betrayed me or whatever." And she's like, no, I really kind of did like you.
Yeah, no, I was actually really into you. And I'm now a spirit that is stuck here because of this hateful demon thing that possessed my ex-boyfriend, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, tell me where the Spectre is. If you ever cared about me, you're going to tell me." And so she tells him. And so Jim Corrigan runs off to go find the Spectre at the same time as Demon Guy goes to check on Gina.
Yeah.
So is this where he goes to the Spectre? He finds him?
Well, we're almost there because I do like this the Red Cast being like, "I'm satisfied, Spectre, that you're near your end." And he just kind of jumps through a wall and he's like, "Farewell."
Yeah. I love that. Every single bad guy, they're like, "This will be okay."
I think he actually says goodbye.
Bye.
He's like, "Hey, see you later, buddy."
Bye, Spectre.
Yeah, and he finds that she, the Red Cast is like, "Oh, you betrayed him, and he's been keeping her alive, her soul alive or whatever."
Yeah, he's like, "The stink of love is all over you."
Yeah.
Because you've betrayed me to Corrigan. And so as that's happening, like Jim Corrigan.
Because she betrayed him by going to Madame Xanadu to preserve Corrigan's body.
Sure. And so as that's happening, like Corrigan goes to the Spectre.
I think, you know what I think though? I think Corrigan was making out with that demon.
That's what I thought.
Because he goes, "I'm going to kiss you, Gina, just as we kissed him." So.
Yeah, I think that was what was going on, but I'm not sure why that was happening. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. The demon could be bi. We don't know. That is never specified.
Yeah, he's a demon, all bets are off.
Corrigan finds the Spectre, and like both of them, see, it's not just the Spectre who gets all sick and crappy if he can't like get back in Corrigan's body. Like Corrigan starts to feel sick. I don't know. There's some sort of symbiosis that they need to have or whatever.
He says, we both cease to exist in a matter of hours if we fail to renew each other.
Yeah, so they have to like crawl inside of each other.
Meaning you gotta flow into me. And
so he crawls in there and he goes, you must enfold into me. And all I could think about was that scene in Schitt's Creek where Moira is telling David that he has to fold in the cheese.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? Just fold in the cheese.
Jim starts like walking into him and
it looks a little odd.
It's really weird. And Jim's like, sure, inside out possession, piece of cake.
Yeah.
Fold into me.
What do you think Petey Two Dicks would think of this?
I don't know. Petey Dukes would be like, I don't know, man. I gotta piss in two different urinals at the same time.
I mean, he could, right?
Yeah.
Like, that would be a fucking party trick.
Yeah. Petey Two Dicks, man, you're the best.
Yeah,
I told the guys you couldn't do it, but you could.
And everybody starts chanting,
Yay!
Petey.
P2D. P2D.
My boy P2D.
Yeah, they remerge or emerge, whatever. Merge.
Yeah, they merge
Fold,
together.
enfold.
They enfold. They fold in the cheese. And they become one. And then apparently that is enough for the Spectre to like be renewed and then pile up a whole bunch of rocks so this building doesn't fall down.
Yeah, it's like a Lego thing. It's like pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, apparently he got better.
Yeah, that should have been an extra level in the game. In one of those Lego games where it's like, hey, Spectre, go inside my body so we can build up some rocks and then I'll go make out with my secretary.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that'll be in the next game.
That'd be great. It's a secret level.
Yeah. The make out with my secretary level?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Jade Cat.
Oh, yeah, because there's like in this place where Jim
treasures.
Corrigan, woke up. There's just like a bunch of all the stuff that this guy stole. So there's like a jade cat. There's some other shit in there. But like the Spectre possesses the jade cat, I think.
Talking shit to this.
Yeah, he's talking shit to this guy.
He's talking shit. Basically trying to convince him. It's like, hey, you need to like get your soul right.
Right.
You and this girl, you need to get your souls right.
Yeah.
And everything. And he's starting to destroy stuff. And the demon's like, Red Cast is like, don't destroy the treasure. It's the only love left. There's nothing else but hate. And then later he goes, no, hate is all that I have to live on. I don't know. I just like saying these things.
Hate.
But he kills this girl again.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you must love her because you freed her from her torment. It's like, no, I hate that bitch.
Yeah, sure.
Hate.
The Spectre's like, okay, hey, I have to take, like, they defeat this guy. Because apparently in a vase, much like the one Corrigan was stuck in, is another body?
Yeah, it's like a demon version of this guy.
Yeah, and so Corrigan has to shoot him in the face.
Yeah, which he does.
Which he does, and then the Spectre's like, aha, you have now vanquished this guy. I have to take them to the next realm. You go back to your office. See you later. So this is where we see in the background, like, the Spectre takes the souls there, so you can see the woman and the man. Yeah. But in the background is Phantom Stranger. He's taking them to Phantom Stranger.
Yeah. And if we remember,
something River Styx. That also
Phantom Stranger. Did he have in that one backup story we read? He had like a office or something in a skyscraper.
Yes. And you had to like go up to like a very high floor, and the Phantom Stranger would see you. But I'm assuming that was just going to hell. Phantom Stranger is an interesting character.
It's an awkward situation here.
Yeah.
And that pretty much does it. Like, he's like, all right, well, that's how, the earthquakes stop and subways are safe again and it's raining outside and it's not red. And I'm glad.
And I'm just going to sit here and look out the window and think about that lady I loved and how I kind of pissed off that other woman I'm trying to sleep with.
And also how I copped a feel on a demon in the subway.
I think it was a demon. You know what? I don't know. Best if I don't think about it. I'm kind of disappointed that that's how that ended because
it had promise.
It really did. The first issue was really interesting, and this one just, I don't know if this should have been a 3-parter, and maybe it was supposed to be, and then it got cut, and they were like, you got to just shove everything in here because it kind of just goes sideways, and then I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Either that or drugs. There could have been drugs involved.
I mean, it's the 80s. So probably some dudes.
Well, that's what
smoking
I mean. It's fucking the 80s in New York City.
pot. Oh, man.
Going to those good bars.
Oh, the good bars.
The
Yeah.
good bars. Wish I knew what a good bar was.
I kind of want to look it up. Feels
Like,
exactly what we're talking about
what
here.
happened at a good bar?
I mean, probably exactly what you think happened.
Well,
Probably people meeting sex workers.
and it's called a good bar?
Sure, but
So a bad bar is like,
it's bad, but it's good. It's that kind of thing.
oh, see.
Sure.
Sure. Sure.
But that's the Spectre Volume 2, Number 6 from September 1987. Next week, we'll do another Spectre issue, but it's kind of Zatanna showing up, and there's a magic show that goes awry.
Oh.
And hopefully that'll be fun.
Oh, okay. So is it like a one-off?
It might be. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it might carry over, but then I feel like, at least what I read of it, didn't seem like it seemed like it was kind of just like, all right, this is cool.
Does Zatanna want to fuck Jim
I
Corrigan?
don't know.
Because apparently everyone wants to fuck Jim Corrigan.
I don't know, man. She's pretty into Constantine, you know.
Yeah?
So you know.
Is this before or after we've established that Constantine is in a band?
Well, when was Constantine in a band?
Recently.
Well, yeah, okay. If that was recently, then this.
Well, that's
was
what I mean. I don't
1987.
know if that was always his thing. Like,
Oh, I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's in that book. But that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Thanks for listening. Find us on our socials at Angry Hero Shawn and at Jen Stansfield. And check out our YouTube at Worst Collection Ever, where we upload the show every week, as well as other fun things. You can also rate the show wherever you get it, download it on your favorite podcast app, and also email the show at worstcollectionever@gmail.com. And also in a few weeks, we'll be making an appearance on the TV Guidance Council podcast.
Yeah, with Ken Reed, who was a former guest.
Yeah, and he's Ken's awesome, and we look forward to hearing ourselves on that show. So a lot of fun to record.
It was.
But that's going to do it. So once again, folks, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again next time.
Bye.